There have been a ton of romance anime that make you cry buckets of tears like Your Lie in April, but maybe it's time you see a happy ending and not be depressed after watching a series. Here are top 10 new romance anime with happy endings. Let's go! Number 10, A Galaxy Next Door.
取っておいてくれてありがとうございます。今日、私の隣にいてくれてありがとう。
Starting off for top 10 is an anime that would most likely be the very definition of wholesome. There isn't a literal galaxy next door, but it's all about our boy Icharu, who, just like Oda, writes manga and draws manga for a living. When everything seems to be in a bad place, and the one thing that man fears the most, deadlines, is fast approaching, one girl decides to enter his life and take him by surprise.
動けない。
The show is just so cute and heartwarming that it perfectly suits the atmosphere of the show. Even though there are some supernatural elements, it isn't like Monogatari. It's more toned down and focuses more on the realistic side. This is every mangaka's dream, if they weren't super shut-ins and actually decided to go outside. Number 9, Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury.
全部聞かせてもらったわ。こんなところであんた何願ってんのよ。こんなのごめんなさい。
Wait a minute, what's a Gundam series doing on a romance list? Is what you would ask if you hadn't heard about The Witch from Mercury. Surprisingly, even though it has a lot of action, it's just like 86, where romance between the two main characters is pretty obvious. It follows the story of our girl Suleta, who transfers to another school, wins a duel, and is instantly engaged to Mirone.
ミオリネさん。さっさと返事しなさいよ。バカ。
Yep, you saw that, and this show has a little bit of everything from school life to mecha action and even Yuri romance. I promise that you won't easily get bored while watching it, and the animation is probably the best on this list. Like, look how those giant robots fight each other. It has a total of 2 seasons too, so you won't finish it too fast, and the ending is a banger. Number 8, I am the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
ごめんなさい、そのいやらしい顔は。
いやな、どこからそんな話になった？
とにかく私も行きます。
We're probably getting too many villainous anime series, but hey, at least we're good and this one won't disappoint. We've never seen the villainess try to make the final boss fall in love with her, and that's what Eileen exactly tries to do. She's trying to riz Claude, but he ain't a simp and doesn't fall for her that easily. But Eileen doesn't give up as she tries her best to make him marry her and avoid her fate.
ほら、どうしましょう。こんなところで。
まさかこれにも何か？
はい、クロード様にその気になっていただこうと思って。美薬を。
We all know the basic plot of villainous anime, and it's the MC trying to avoid dying. However, this one's unique because of the way she tries to get away from trouble. The animation is decent, and the ending was worth it. An even bigger twist is that the final boss actually wants peace between humans and demons, so watch them trying to achieve their goals is pretty fun. Number 7, The Irregular at Magic High School Reminiscence Arc.
俺にとって本当に大切だと思えるものは、みゆき、お前だけだから。
大切だと思える。
参ったな。
Now, don't go running around saying that this doesn't count, because it does. My reasoning for that is because the Reminiscence arc is technically a movie with how long it is. Just like the main series, it follows the Shiba siblings, but this time, they go on a trip to Okinawa. We get to see how everything started and even why the siblings become so lovey-dovey, which is very sus.
どうかしましたか？
何でもありません。
Number Despite being only an hour long, we get to uncover a lot about the series in this arc. The animation is also a bit different compared to the original series, but it isn't bothersome. If you're really into the series or want to know why things are the way they are, then you should definitely watch the Reminiscence arc. Number 6, The Tunnel to Summer, The End to Goodbyes.
遠野くんも早いね。集合時間まだだけど。
10分前行動を守ってるんだ。
クソ真面目だね。
I know you've never encountered this before, so make sure to share with your friends that you heard it here first at Otaku Den. The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit to Goodbyes, isn't about trains, but it's about our boy Karu, who enters a tunnel and it magically makes his dreams come true. But it's not all rainbows and sunshine because it takes the person's life as payment. One day, though, a girl comes into his life and she also knows about the tunnel.
傘使う？
本当に合わない。
What's unique about this show, and I know I've said it about 1,000 times, is yes, the tunnel. When have you ever seen a tunnel grant wishes? The animation is also really beautiful and stunning. Can't believe this movie's underrated, and the way Hanashiro slapped that girl was a 10 out of 10. Number 5, trapped in a dating sim, the world of otame games is tough for mobs.
体が目的ですか？
違う。
そうですよね。私なんて可愛くないですし。
おい、何言って。
We've done an entire 180 because instead of being trapped as a villainess, the main character has been reincarnated as a mob. That is the worst possible way to be reincarnated unless you're Rimuru from that time it got reincarnated as a slime. Worst of all, this was the game he grinded so hard to finish just because he was blackmailed. He was even isekai'd because of Stairs-kun.
もう大丈夫だ。ちゃんと船まで届けるから安心して、オリビアさん。
リビアです。
Just like other otame game, our boy Leon has to survive by using his knowledge of the game and maybe even thrive in it. The animation has the typical style of some anime within the genre, but do you know what makes it unique? It has mechas, and Leon sometimes becomes a psychopath. There's action, romance, and of course a happy ending. Give it a go and you'll see how fun the anime really is. Number 4, words bubble up like soda pop.
夏風？
え？これは。 あ、てか、チェリー君のスマホなんで辞書ついてるの？
え？ああ、歳時記。
If you hate colors, I suggest you back out now because words bubble up like soda pop slaps you with more colors than you ever thought existed. It's all about our two protagonists, Cherry and Smile, as they help an old man who's losing his memories find a vinyl record he used to own.
花火一緒に見に行こう。
The characters are really weird, with Cherry only being able to talk mostly in haikus online, while Smile wants everyone to smile but hides hers because she's insecure about her teeth. This anime is just wholesome, and even the soundtrack is like a lo-fi beat you can chill to. However, the art style is an acquired taste because it isn't like Your Name or A Silent Voice. It's pretty unique and might not be for everyone. Number 3, Tomo-chan is a girl.
もう少しゲーム性ってもん。
うるせえ、ゲームか。
それ言うなって言ったろ。
悪い悪い。
Tomo-chan isn't only a girl, Tomo-chan is the best girl. Even though our boy June tries to think of her as a brother, even if she confesses, she never tries to give up. She definitely looks more boyish than June, and I swear a guy's voice acting her, so maybe that's why June doesn't think of her as a girl. Up to a certain point, that is, because you already know what'll happen if an anime is on this list.
やべえ、楽しくなってきた。え？
Tomo-chan is a girl arrived out of nowhere and gave us a new branch of romance we'd never really thought about. To be honest, there are a lot of funny moments, and it's actually not cringy because Tomo doesn't act like a tsundere, unlike a certain midget from Toradora. It's a fun little twist to the childhood trope and is definitely worth a watch. Number 2, Mushoku Tensei Season 2.
もうルディったら。
あ、失礼。
I bet you didn't know I was going to put it in here, right? Right? Well, after getting ED, the worst disease known to man, Rudius finally starts his school arc, and it is everything we've expected and more. So many things happen, and even though he was a little too depressed, he finally pulled himself back up, and something rose up again. And it's definitely not the shield hero, but is it because of a guy?
ルディ。はい。よろしくお願いします。こちらこそ。
After being at the lowest point of his life in Season 1 and in some other parts of Season 2, we got to see another side of the main character. What's actually good about Mushoku Tensei is that it is insanely good at world building and can portray each character realistically. The romance is also on point this season, and the best girl finally reveals herself. Number 1, quintessential quintuplets.
どれどれ？あ、上杉さん、クリームついてますよ。
And at the top of our list, we have the anime that turns girls into literal Pokemon that people can bet on, quintessential quintuplets. We've all heard of this show, but in case you've been living under a rock, this is about Futaro and 5 identical sisters. He tries to tutor them, but in the best worst case scenario, they all fall in love with him and he must choose one of them. Futaro is living the dream, and I cannot believe he didn't do what the protagonist from Girlfriend did. Some of us have already been spoiled by the ending, and it's both sad and happy. Sad because Futaro didn't choose my best girl, but we all can't be winners. There's nothing more to say about this anime because it has comedy, good animation, romance, a harem, and a lot more. So that's why it's number 1 in our list of the top 10 new romance anime with happy endings.